What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lewis, and on today's video we are going to be reviewing the all-new track Paragon Shadow. Now, of all the 5 balls that were announced, this is the one I'm the most excited about. I've liked the Paradoxes from back in the day. I haven't thrown any of the Paragons, and a lot of people told me that this line of balls is really good. So we're gonna find out today. Before we get into any more details, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you like the jersey I'm wearing in this video or in any of my videos, efx.co, promo code Napoles10. That'll get you 10% off your entire order. The chamois is sold out again, so I apologize. I'm trying to work on ordering more at a time, but for those of you who have bought the chamois here, thank you, I appreciate it. But now let's talk about the Paragon Shadow. What is it? What about this ball do I think is going to be good? And what about this ball do I think is going to be bad? Well, before I throw the ball, I'm just going to tell you, I don't think there's going to be anything bad with this ball. I like the core numbers, I like the cover, I like the surface, I like the color, I even like the smell. A lot of good stuff with this ball. All right, so let's start with the core. It's the I-Core 3.0, which in 15 pounds has an RG of 2.48, a max differential of 0.056, and a PSA of 0.015. So all of that tells me that the engine is going to be very strong, wants to be early rolling, probably going to be very smooth, high hook potential type core. And then all of that is wrapped around the QR12 hybrid cover stock that does have the HK22C additive that comes out of box at a 2000 finish. And with the layout, it's the exact same that I've been using on all my asymmetric stuff lately, 5.25 by 4.5 by 4. So we're gonna be throwing this on a fresh, typical house shot. Well, they said there was 3 games bowled on the lane before. So basically a fresh, typical house shot. Let me know in the comments, are you excited for this Paragon Shadow? Why or why not? I love these colors. I expect that it's gonna be pretty smooth. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the lanes. All right, guys, first shot of the video here, reviewing the Paragon Shadow. I'm nice and warm. I haven't bowled in a couple weeks, but we're nice and warm here. Let's try to get some really good shots in with this ball and see what it's about. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. They said that there was like 8 or 9 games bowled on this lane before I got here, so they're not fresh, and because of that, there's a little extra hold down lane, which may not be the worst thing in the world. I did throw some shots on lane 2 with this ball, and it did look better on that lane. It's a little fresher, only like 2 or 3 games bowled on that lane. But you know, my buddy Chris is bowling, I didn't want to get in his way, and I wanted to continue to do this one take. But this doesn't look bad on this transition lane. Just keep in mind, it'll look a little bit better on the fresh. All right, make another good shot here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's early, it's rolly, it's smooth. It goes through the pins the right way. Aesthetically, it looks good. You know, it blends into like a solid color ball. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling I was going to like this ball right from the jump, and I was right. My ball driller, Casey, he was super excited for this ball, so if he can get his hands on one, I'll do a video with him as well. Yeah, see, that's the hold I was telling you about. If I get it in a little bit, it like just does not hook at all. It's not the ball, it's more so the product of what I'm bowling on. Like on lane 2, that would have hooked. On lane 1, it's not gonna hook at all. You know, a new work schedule doesn't allow me to come here early in the morning when they first open, which is why, you know, we have to bowl on what we have. But you know, that last shot, if I just get it right of that, you know, I missed in. Nothing really to worry about. Oh, that's 2 right, I think. Yeah, so I got, you know, classic over under, miss right, hooks a ton, miss in, don't hook at all. Kind of just got to get right in between like I did on those first couple shots, and we'll be fine. From a use case scenario, you know, I gotta imagine this is gonna be like that first ball out the bag. big asymmetric core, strong hybrid cover, a lot of surface. I think that because it's a hybrid, I think it can be pretty versatile. And just what I'm seeing so far, I think that with like polish or like 3,000 or 4,000, it could be used as a transitional ball. I think this has a chance to be pretty versatile. I think the big thing, is don't sleep on this ball just because it's a track ball. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm not getting that ball, it's track, whatever. Don't do that. This is a good ball. It's pretty smooth, as you can see. But again, we're not bowling on a fresh, typical house shot. If this was fresh, I think it would shape more. Because even just a few shots I threw on lane 2, it shaped a little bit more. But the fact that I'm bowling on this garbage and it still looks pretty good and it still hooks, I think is a pretty telling sign. Hey, plus, being able to play straight as a two-hander, or straight-ish, it's really relative, I think is a good thing. So we'll just keep throwing a few shots here. This layout that I have on this ball also, is the same layout I've been putting on all my asymmetrics. I think it's a really good thing. Let me know if you want to see this compared to anything. I'll definitely try and make that happen. And I haven't really moved. Maybe after this shot, I'll try to move in and slow shape it and see what that looks like. Yeah, there's so much hold there, it's hilarious. When I was warming up, I threw a few shots from further in, and it just like never hooked at all because of how much hold. I don't know if the people before were throwing urethane or what they were doing. But from there, that looks really good. I feel like that's a spot on the lane where I think I could score pretty easily, I think. This is a, Getodo? I think so, yeah. All right, sorry about that. Someone was asking me about what brand of tripod that was. So let's move left, like a considerable move, and shape it and see what that looks like. See, like there it hooks. So now I'm gonna get it right, and you're gonna see that it's not gonna hook. Yeah, the bartender here at South Point was asking me what brand of tripod that was. Maybe he's gonna start a YouTube channel about bartending. That'd be cool. That's an idea. Oh, never reset. So I'm gonna move left again, but I'm gonna project this one more to the right, since, the last one hooked a ton. There we go. Okay, so it was not hooking like that when I was warming up. When I was warming up, if I threw a shot from there, it just died, just completely rolled out. So that's interesting. I think it still looks better from a little bit straighter. Or maybe that's just, my preference. I'm gonna move back right to where I was. Trying to stay nice and tall here. Oh. Yeah, got it in, it hooked. I just need to not do that, and I think it looks pretty good. I think it's gonna have its limitations. I think if there's too much friction, it might wanna hook a little bit too early. But again, I think that's where the surface adjustments is gonna come into play. I think that if you're a track fan, this is gonna be a no-brainer for you. And if it's hooking a little bit too early or if it's a little bit too smooth, I think definitely don't be afraid to change the surface. I think for me, in my game, I think that the 2000 out the box is fine, especially for what I'm bowling on right now. Oh, I threw that really bad. And it did not hook at all. Yeah, it hit that hold spot. Yeah, I think for my style, I'm a little bit slower. I like to play in the oil a little bit more. I think that this 2000 finish is fine. But like I said, if you're experiencing a little burn up or, just too smooth in general, I would say try a 4000 finish. I don't know that polishing it makes sense, because I think what makes this ball good is that it's early, that it's smooth, that it's pretty tumbly. Let's throw a better shot than that last one, eh? Overall, I think this is good. I think it's a good track release. Oh, that was a good shot. I mean, that whole down lane is really tricky. Like I said, another really good track release. Like I said, I liked the original Paragon or Parallax, but that was like years ago. I haven't thrown one since. At least I don't think so. Definitely my first one two-handed. And I can see this one being in the bag. I mean, I'm not bowling league in the summer, so I doubt that it'll make it to, league when the winter starts back up. But I think this is pretty good. We're gonna chase this left a little bit. That's gonna be good. That was really good. That was a really good move. Honestly, I've seen all that I need to see. I'm pretty sure you guys have as well. It's early, it's pretty smooth, but I think that because it's a hybrid, I think that it can create shape when you need it to. The situation I'm bowling in right now doesn't call for something too angular. I think it kind of calls for something pretty smooth. And I think that this is, I think, the perfect ball for what I'm bowling on right now. So this will be here, the last shot of the video. Then we'll wrap this up here with the Paragon Shadow. Hey, there we go. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.